Hey everyone, and welcome to the Smoking Syndicate. I'm your host, Ben Lee, here in the Tatooine Studios in beautiful Black Mountain, North Carolina. And for this review, we're going to be taking a look at the Avo Seasons Fall Edition. How did it do? Stay tuned and find out. Last year, Avo discontinued their limited edition series, Improvisations, and replaced it this year with the Avo Seasons. Now, the Avo Seasons will be a Diadema cigar that is a 6 5/8 by 50 ring gauge cigar that will be released in the fall, winter, spring, and summer. Now, each edition of that will be a different blend, but there will be one common thing between the blends, and that is a 14-year-old age tobacco in each blend. Now, each one of these retails for $18, and it's made in the OK factory in the Dominican Republic. Now, let's take a look at the fall cigar here. Really beautiful wrapper on this cigar. And I love the bands. I picked a great band color to go on this cigar. I think it matches the theme well, and it looks really nice. This has a Mexican San Andreas wrapper, binder, and filler, both from the Dominican Republic. That's all they say about that. Look at the cap. Really nice. Really rich, deep brown color. Minimal veinings. Slightly bumpy to the touch, but still a really beautiful looking cigar. I'm going to go ahead and light this up, and I'll come back on and let you know my overall impressions of the cigar. See you in a second. Buddy, I'm back. I'm into the cigar a little bit. Now, because of the Diadema format, it has a very narrow opening at the foot of the cigar. I didn't really test the draw until I got to about this point of the cigar. Now, the draw on this is absolutely perfect. All the versions that I've had in the summer edition and this fall edition that I've smoked have all had perfect milkshake draws on them, which is kind of what I would expect from an Avo cigar. Now, on the cold draw, what I mostly got on are notes of some cedar, leather, and a little bit of earthiness as well. Now, as I lit the cigar and it went into the first third, I got notes of dried fruit, cedar, some nice almond notes, along with some nutmeg, and that leather did make an appearance in that first third as well, with just a hint of like a molasses note. It's the construction is so far has been fantastic. The burn has been really, really good. And when I retrohale this, mostly what I get is that cedar woodiness and that nice nutty almond note as well on the retrohale. I would say it's probably medium bodied in strength and in the body of it. And what I get with the flavor is probably more medium to full. Now, as it goes down to the second third, I get that almond note a little bit more dominant on the profile of the cigar. I still get the notes of cedar, but I get a little bit of cocoa note in the middle of it as well, along with those dried fruits, the leather, and that nutmeg kind of evolved into more baking spices. A little bit more of like a nutmeg with some cinnamon, a little bit of, clove, a little bit in there. Really, really nice. And I still get the molasses note as well. It started to develop a slight creaminess in the middle as well that I thought was really enjoyable. Really pulled all those notes together. Now, the retrohale also still had the cedar and the almond note, but it was a little bit creamier as well too on the retrohale. It has a really long finish as well, and I really enjoyed that part. Now, as I got to the end of the cigar, it's a little bit less going on than the first two thirds of it. I get mostly cedar, the almonds, a hint of leather, and a little bit of the baking spice. And that's pretty much all I'm getting on the back half, but it's still really enjoyable. And when I retrohaled this cigar, I got mostly that nice cedar woodiness along with those baking spices. I really didn't get the almonds much anymore when I retrohaled the cigar. And it kind of lost a little bit of that sweetness. So overall, this is an outstanding cigar. I really, really love this cigar. I was able to smoke this summer. I didn't get to review it because by the time I got to it, they were sold out everywhere. So I just didn't see the point in reviewing that one. But this one's still available, still out in the market on the shelves, and you can still pick these up. And I think this is a fantastic cigar. They only come in a 10 count box, so it's $180 for a box of these. I think it's really, really reasonable, actually. This is a really, really good cigar. I love, actually, the theme of this, the fall. All these notes that I got on the cigar kind of match up with the fall, right? I mean, I got, nuttiness, the baking spices, more, darker kind of flavors, right? Like the earthiness and the leather. I got that molasses note. I don't know, it kind of reminds me of what you would normally cook in the fall, whether you're baking or, just cooking food. Kind of has that feel a little bit, right? So I think they nailed it. Avo did an amazing job on the seasons. And the fall edition so far has been my absolute favorite. I love the fall time. To me, is the best time of the year, and I really think Avo nailed the feeling of fall or autumn, wherever you're at. And in this cigar, I think they did a fantastic job. So I'm gonna give this a 92. I think it's a fantastic cigar. Definitely one you should check out because it is really, really good. Medium bodied with strength, medium to full of flavor, long finish, great savory and sweet notes all combined really well. It's fantastic. Check it out at your local brick and mortar. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And on that note, I'll see you next time.